Awesome. So we're all set there. Appreciate you taking the time to jump on, Rob. Just figured we could run through a couple questions, kind of see how the progress has been over the last, what do you say, 3 months almost now?
3 months.
Losing track.
Yep.
But
Hmm.
yeah, have a couple questions. Want to see how your thoughts are on everything, and we'll kind of just take it from there. So the first question I wanted to get from you is just generally an overview, so everybody kind of knows the background of who you are, what you do. So maybe just a brief overview of Trep Advisors and what your role is in that.
So I'm the owner of Trep M&A Advisors. um, we represent business owners who want to sell their business, and
Hmm.
we go out and we find buyers for them and help them complete a deal that is in a lot of cases life changing for them. We work with a lot of business owners who built their business from the ground up
Hmm.
over decades, and now it comes time to sell, and they want to make sure it ends up in the right hands at the right price in a way that protects their legacy and sets it up for the future. We've got about 350 million in owner
Hmm.
value in the current market right now, and we're consistently one of the top 25 M&A advisory firms in the U.S. At this
Okay.
level of the market.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw some of the accolades and the awards prior to working with you guys, and I think that was one of the things that drew us to you guys as partners. So I know we've chatted before about having multiple different lead sources. You'd mentioned that like you guys as a firm work with a few different agencies, but curious in general, before starting with us, where did the majority of the new business opportunities come from? Like what was the main acquisition channel?
The main acquisition channel was other owners we've worked with
Hmm.
previously. So
Yeah,
we still get most of our business from referrals. And
yeah.
there's a lot of benefit to that. You're kind of starting on second base with owners.
Hmm.
It's generally a shorter sales cycle, and it's basically a qualified lead.
Yeah.
What I was looking for with Growthware was a way to extend our reach and to grow. Um,
Hmm.
I, I think we've got a really, really good platform. We've got some great, talented people in our team, and I believe in them. At the same time, like everybody's Rolodex is only so big.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to find a way, find someone who could help get us in front of other owners who might need our services, other owners that we can't reach through our referral network, and they're very, very valuable and important to us too.
1,000%. I mean, as a business owner myself, obviously, I would love that every single, client that came through the door was a referral, but the reality is it's just not as scalable, right? So,
Yeah.
definitely glad we were able to unlock that channel because, like you said, there's a ton of market accessible out there that is just beyond the reach of those who you know or have done business with. Um,
Exactly.
cool. In terms of the results from those channels, what would you say that looked like in terms of volume? Those channels being like referrals.
So the referral sources, we were probably running at, maybe about three a month.
Okay.
Um, and you have to understand, like, we're more of a big ticket business.
Yeah,
So our fees
absolutely.
are higher. So it's
So you don't
less,
need that many.
you don't need that money, need that many. So, thanks to Growthware, I mean, we've been able to, almost triple, the volume that we're getting now in terms of leads.
Hmm.
And even when you qualify them down,
Yeah,
you guys have done a really good job of bringing qualified leads to us, but there's always going to be a little bit of attrition.
yeah.
Even allowing for that, I mean, Growthware has basically doubled the opportunity for us.
Yeah, I think when I first chatted with you about this call, we were at something like 45 or 47 calls in 45 days. And then I imagine there were some of those that we had to cancel or some that were unqualified. But even, looking at that number as the top end, once you bring that down, that's still pretty solid on the back end, right?
Yeah, it's pretty solid, and I have a basis for comparison too because um, I said we get 90% of our business from referrals.
Yeah.
There's another 10% we've gotten from other systems, other lead generation services like yours,
Hmm.
and the quality of the leads, the follow through, the depth of your resources,
Hmm.
um, didn't compare to what Growthware's done.
Yeah, I think I saw there was a was it a $1.5 billion company that replied to one of the emails. That was interesting.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, our typical owner is going to have between 5 and 50 million in revenue. But
Yeah,
listen, you bring us $1 billion companies. We want to talk with them too. We got a great
yeah,
system for anybody. So anybody growth where can bring us to, please.
yeah, absolutely. My next question was about the quality, but we already kind of touched on that. So maybe we'll just dive into the next one, which is of those opportunities, is there any that have stood out to you? Any that are like, farther along in the conversation, maybe potential to convert or like looking that way?
Yeah, there's three in particular that are really high value, and
Hmm.
for confidentiality purposes, I can't talk
Yeah,
about them precisely.
yeah.
But there's two in healthcare that we
Hmm.
like a lot that came through Growth Flare. One is a large biotech company. Uh,
Hmm.
we found another medical device company that we like as well too,
Love
and
it.
we're consistently seeing really good quality leads from manufacturing, from the industrial space. It's
Hmm.
nationwide in terms of what you bring to us, uh,
Yep.
and in some cases international too, which we like as well. So what differentiates a growth flare lead from other leads, other services is like one, the prospect always knows who we are when we get on the
Hmm.
call. They know the purpose of the call. You would think that like every service does that, right? That's like a low bar, but
Yeah.
not in the least. So
Yeah.
they
That's one
know,
we,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they know who we are. They know what we do. They know the purpose of the call. And I
Hmm.
can't tell you how much easier that makes it for us.
Yeah.
So
There's nothing worse than what was this call about again?
right, exactly. What was this call about again? So so the quality is there, the timing is there too. If you're
Hmm.
an owner in my shoes, and you go to you're going to a lead generation service like Growth Flare, listen, it's a real spend. I mean, we want to see results pretty soon.
Yep.
Not only did you guys get up and running very quickly, but the calls themselves that you book for us with prospects are near term. It's
Hmm.
Rob, it's Daniel from Growth Flares reached out to me. I got to it's Tuesday. We need calls on Wednesday, and then there's one on Thursday, and then there's one
Yep.
next Monday. That's a lot better than 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out.
Yep.
Right? It's real. It's real.
Yep.
It's timely.
Yeah, and it is realistically a game of timing, right? When it comes to a cold prospect, you want to jump on them as fast as possible, make sure you're top of mind when they're thinking about it, and then just being able to get that meeting as soon as you can just makes that flow, I would say, so much more important from a sales perspective, right? Like if they're thinking about it, the idea is there, it makes the conversation so much easier. And then on the timing side as well, the one thing I just kind of want to mention is that I would say most competing agencies that I've seen don't really do the pre-call qualification form like we do. So, confirming their EBITDA, confirming the timing to exit, things like that. I imagine that's been pretty valuable to you guys.
Yeah, I know who they are. I know if they're a financial fit for us.
Hmm.
I know how to find them online.
Yep.
And that's we're starting. That really gives me a head start, right? Because
Hmm.
every time is our most valuable asset. I don't want to waste it with people who
Yep.
aren't fit. They don't want to waste their time talking with me if it's not a fit. So you do a really good job of checking them out for us, and
Yep.
it's really appreciated.
Love it. Cool, cool. And then I just have one last question. So if someone else was considering our services, like if they were thinking about partnering up with an outbound agency like us, and they were kind of on the fence, like maybe they're a little hesitant, they've been burned in the past, what would your advice be to them?
I would go with Growth Bar based on the results that I've seen.
Hmm.
I would definitely say sign up. I think it's not just the quality of leads; it's the people, right?
Hmm.
So there's an actual team here, and
Yep.
you've got resources behind it. You've got the right technology, the right approach, and the other thing I would say is Growth really took the time to understand what we do.
Hmm.
And I can't say that every lead gen service we've worked with has done that. Uh,
No,
and so I would say that's a big differentiator as well. You
no,
know, you've put us in a position to really scale our business and grow, and to help clients and reach clients who um, we couldn't get to before. And I think that's, yeah, it's a results based business in the end. Everything's measurable in this business, and
absolutely.
brokers measurables, their output, their productivity, their quality, they're all top tier.
Love it. I definitely appreciate hearing all that, and it's something we like to, implement for every single client that we work with. We work within tons of different industries, tons of different verticals, and for us, it's always a matter of really understanding the client, understanding their industry, because in the end, if we're sending outbound messages to people where it's not necessarily relevant, it doesn't necessarily have the research and the understanding into it, it's just going to go ignored, right? So that's a big part of our process, and I'm glad you kind of saw that on your end.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all that I had, unless you have anything else. I definitely appreciate you taking the time to run through all of these questions and kind of looking forward to what the next chapter looks like and how far we can really push this thing.
Yeah, I think we're just beginning, so we're really excited, and on behalf of everybody at Trap, thanks for all the good work. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, we've loved every minute of it. It's been an easy partnership, that's for sure.
I give you feedback, right? Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. I
Alrighty,
mean, that's an important thing too. I mean, it's adding it at the end, but having a two-way dialogue in
thousand
real
percent.
time is
Mhm.
tremendous.
Yep.
It's,
There's no way that we can improve without knowing, what it's like on the other side. So we always make it a huge priority for us to, I always call it like a flywheel. Like we put the information in, you get the feedback out, you provide the feedback to us, and we put it back in the front end of the system.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Love it.
All
Well,
right, buddy.
thanks, Rob. It was
Thanks
good
very much.
chatting. Yep.
Talk soon.